What's up guys, Ryan here with Everyday Carry, and today we have a cool video. So we have covered backpack carry and sling bags. We have covered on-body carry, what I actually carry on myself every day to keep myself and those around me protected and safe. And today we are going to extend that a little bit further and go into vehicle carry. So we're gonna do this in a two-part series. We're gonna have one video on what is in the cab of the truck, so things that I would have right there, essentially within reach, and then what my sustainment kit looks like in the back of my truck. So that is something that I'm always gonna have with me. It's perfect for being at the baseball field and needing things, or being out in the woods hunting, because I do hunt a lot. There's stuff right there, there's stuff up there, got hunting stuff everywhere. Just general good things to have in the truck that serve, whether I'm at the range, hunting, at the baseball field, out with my family, all kinds of things like that. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive in. I thought that was gonna be way cooler than it actually was. All right, one quick thing before we get started. I'm gonna show you the actual sustainment kit, and it's missing one key critical item, and that is water. And why is it missing water? Because it's right there. And why is it right there? Because I just bought that. So I refinish furniture and flip that because ammo is very, very expensive, and this is a way to offset that cost. So I just went and picked that coffee table up to refinish it. So my water case needs to go back in, but I didn't know how much room I would have, so I popped it out to do that. So with that said, water, it's really good to keep a case of water in the back of your truck, in your car, in your trunk, wherever. Just keep it. It's really nice also to have a water filter, but that's a last resort when you just have a case of water. Take the easy route. Here we have it. So this is my truck sustainment tote. I'll swing around here and show you on the front. 27 gallon. Just got this guy at Home Depot. It was like 10 bucks, not a big deal. But this is for sustainment. So this is not bug out. This is not survive forever. This is I am somewhere and my truck has broken down and I'm stuck for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, whatever. Or let's say even I'm at home and the power goes out for an extended amount of time. This can augment the resources I have at home as well. So that's what this is for. This is not meant to live forever out of one tote. That would be very unreasonable. So setting that guy off to the side, we're gonna go ahead and dive in as to what's in here. Now, additionally, this is not everything that I have in my truck. This is just the sustainment tote in the back of my truck to augment what I have on my person, in my backpack, in my truck cab as well, which we'll cover in another video. So this is not the entire system, but this is what I have in the back. So first off, I start with an empty backpack. I do have a pair of hunting gloves in here just for a little bit of redundancy, but the reason I have an empty backpack in here, and it's just a cheap little Magellan pack from Outdoor Academy, is that this allows me to take whatever it is from here or in my truck, whatever. If I need to move, I have a way to get some of this gear from point A to point B. Additionally, I have a chest pack here. This is from Everly Stock. This is the Fury, and in fact I will also link this because first off, I really like Everly Stock gear, but I also have a coupon code with Everly Stock. If you just put in Pew Deals, which is another channel we have and a company I have, that'll save you 10% off anything Everly Stock. Now inside of here I have a couple things, but it's not as loaded out as you might think. I have my Write in the Rain notebook and another pencil in there as well. And then in the main pocket here, I have a Baofeng UV5R. I have a way to strike fire. I have a lighter with some tape around it. This is cotton tape, which actually burns really well. And then I have an extra knife. This is my Kershaw Iridium. So this guy, I don't use it very much. That's why it looks brand new, because it essentially is. But it is a good knife. I do have it in there. And then additionally, if I move this around so you can see inside of this extra pocket here, I just have a face mask. It's just an extra one of my turkey hunting face masks and some extra ear protection. I'm not sure that I would really need that in some sort of survival sustain scenario, but go to the gun range enough and you will encounter people that don't have ear protection, and that's just a nice little bonus to be able to give them some. All right, next up, I have a wool blanket. This is a just inexpensive wool blanket I got from Amazon. I use this for all sorts of things. Of course, yes, it can keep you warm, but I use this as well for refinishing furniture to be able to lay down on the bed of my truck and keep from scratching up furniture. So that is why I have a wool blanket. Getting into the bag itself, I have also Vertex Recon. So this is the Recon series. I have a jacket and pants. They are just Gore-Tex. It's a waterproof, windproof layer. It is multicam, yay, horsepower stickers, essentially, but this is not necessarily to try to go blend in and be Mr. Tactical, but this is more about keeping me keeping me dry and out of the wind. So that is why I have that in there. Bonus points though that it is multicam. And then for my wife and son, I also have additional jackets that are waterproof for them, just a couple Gore-Tex jackets that ride along. Also, when we were in Disney last year, we picked up some extra rain ponchos, and since we didn't use them, I just threw them in here. There's no reason not to have them. And then into the ability to make fire, I have just a bundle of fat wood here. Fat wood burns great. You can, just shave some of it off and start a fire that way. As you saw already, I have the lighter. I have steel as well, fire steel, ferro rod, and yeah. So I would also, make sure you know how to use those tools as well. But fat wood, very helpful, very useful, and additionally, it makes everything in here smell great. Now, on to the ability to cook. So this is the Fire Maple, essentially the knockoff Jetboil. I don't use this enough to justify going out and spending the extra money on the actual Jetboil, and this works fine. I've used it many times, it works great, no issues whatsoever there. And then I just keep one extra fuel can right there at the top. Food. So I like to eat. I think that's pretty obvious by now if you've been watching this channel. So I have several different meals, and two of them I want to point out for very specific reasons, and that is the breakfast skillet and scrambled eggs. So the breakfast skillet I have because my wife has a garlic allergy, and this is the only meal that I can find that doesn't have any garlic in it. So that is what she gets. And then I also have freeze-dried scrambled eggs with bacon because I have a dog, and if you know anything about dogs, they can't eat garlic, and they also cannot eat onions. So this is a good way to feed him if I had to in a pinch, and chili mac just because it's good. All right, moving on from there. In fact, I'm gonna actually just take these out so I have more space here. All right, moving on from there. I have a butt pad, and why do I have a butt pad? Because I might need to get under my truck. It's just good to be able to throw down if it's muddy or rocky, just to save my knees. Also can come in handy if I am turkey hunting, something like that, just to have an extra pad under my butt. I have an extra cheap hat in here, pretty obvious to keep the sun off your head, but additionally to that, if I need to work on my truck and it's dark out, all of my flashlights have hat clips on them, and that is what that would be very useful for. I have some extra layers. I have 2 extra jackets, just extra fleece. I have extra socks as well, always good to have that. I have extra gloves, nothing special about these other than they are just gloves to cover your hands. And then I also have an extra compression bandage. I have a bunch of compression bandages, so I just keep extras laying around. And then inside of here, I have another tourniquet, I have a set of chest seals, another lighter, and another compression bandage. So if I need to grab and go, I can do that. What I was doing when I was deer season was taking this guy and just throwing it in my pack, going out for the day, coming back and then throwing it back in here. But that's what that's for. This bag right here is extra ammunition. It's just a military surplus hydration carrier, but I've got extra ammunition in there for every caliber of gun that I own. So outside of all of my other loadouts, it's just extra. So redundancy there. Knives. I have 2 knives in here, and this one is just an inexpensive, cheap boot knife. I don't even remember where I bought it, but it's pretty much garbage. I don't ever use it. It's just there. Not really sure how useful that would really be, but it is there. I do have it, but the knife that is my go-to in here for sure is the Kershaw Pack Mule. This guy is an absolute beast. G10 handle. I don't remember many of the other details about it, but I did use this on my deer that I killed this year. So yeah, good knife that has actually fed my family. So from there, I have WD-40, and while this is not a gun cleaner, it is a gun cleaner. So if I have something that is stuck in my gun or gets dropped in the mud, whatever, or something on my vehicle that I need to clean, this is a great way to blast things out and to clean it, and it's under pressure. What this is not is a lubricant. This is not meant to replace firearm lubrication, so just know that. It's not a replacement for an actual gun cleaning kit. So I do have also a frog lube kit, just a little extra cleaning if I need it. So for example, if I needed to blow one of my guns out, I've got the WD-40 to blow it out and clean it out, and then follow it up with CLP right there. I got some extra cordage as well, just some Atwood 550. You also should take the time to learn how to tie some knots and things like that. Then I have some Lysol wipes, so just keeping things clean, very good to do. And then also deep woods off. So if you have ever been out in Tennessee in the summer and experienced the fun that we have here with mosquitoes and ticks and all that kind of stuff, it really sucks. So if I had to leave my truck and traverse, for sure I'm gonna soak everything there. So guys, sorry I'm a little under the weather today, but I hope this was a good video. I hope you got some value out of this. I would also like to know what you have that I don't, and what you would do based on this kit that I've got here, what you would change. So let me know down below. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.